All right, I think we are live. I can't see myself right now. All right, we are live, definitely. Bills Mafia, time to celebrate. Your team is going to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 1995? Oh my gosh. The Bills have done it. They defeated the Ravens 17-3 in what was a stunningly low-scoring game. I mean, that is the biggest shock of this entire game to me, how low-scoring it was. This game, I mean, the over-under on this game was 50, and it way went under that. This was 20, and that was shocking to me. Two of the hottest offenses in the league, for the most part, shutting down in this game, except for, I mean, the biggest play this game that was made in this game was on the defense. So yeah, if you actually think about points that the offense scored, it was 13. That is remarkable here, but regardless of whatever happened here, Buffalo got the win. They again win this game 17-3. Trying to think of just the big takeaways from this game. I guess it's the Lamar pick, but we'll figure that out here. Yeah, first half of this game, Bills Mafia, man, celebrate, Willow. The first half of this game, just really nothing from both teams. Either punts or, what were there, 3 missed field goals in the first half? I think there were 4 total in this game. Even the usually reliable Justin Tucker missed 2 kicks. And then you just had all these problems on offense. No one really was able to get very defensive game there. And no one really broke out here. And again, Bills got a field goal in the first quarter. Ravens got a field goal at the end of the first half. And outside of that, there was just a lot of punts, just nothing. No, not really any turnovers, just punts and missed field goals. That was it. And then the beginning of the third quarter was the biggest. Well, the beginning of the third quarter really affected this game here. Really, the entirety of the third quarter, because these 2 drives lasted basically the entirety of the third quarter. So the Bills get the ball to start the third quarter. And here's how it goes. It goes Singletary up the. So the Bills start at their own 34, and the drive goes Singletary for 9 yards, Singletary -1, Knox 14 yards. That was a nice play there. Allen gets sacked for -6, and then Allen to Diggs for 20. Those 2 have been just electrifying all season long. Singletary for 12, Allen for 6, Allen incompletion. Then on 3rd and 4, Allen to Singletary for 9, and then after an incompletion, Allen to Diggs 3 yards for the touchdown to give the Bills the 10-3 lead there. And then it was the second drive after this that really put the game out of question. After an incredibly long 15-play, 8-minute drive by the Ravens. They're burning clock. They're doing everything they can to tie this game. It's 3rd and goal from the 9 after a Lamar fumble that he recovered. After getting tackled there and fumbled. 3rd and 9, Lamar throws it right to Tayshaun Johnson. Did I say that right? If I did, I apologize. To Tayshaun Johnson, apologies. He throws it right to Tayshaun Johnson. I'm mainly a Panthers fan. My daughter's a huge Bill fan, so this is beautiful to see. Absolutely. I'm so happy for your daughter, man. What's going on? Yeah, I've been thinking of that song, Marvin Gaye. It's a good song. And then that little drive there, that pick by Tayshaun Johnson, arguably the biggest play in the history of the Buffalo Bills. Maybe it's an understatement. Even the Bills have been around for a long time. But they have been to the Super Bowl 4 times, but in the last 25 years, definitely the biggest play since then, as Tayshaun Johnson, pick 6, Lamar doesn't see him, he gets it, runs 101 yards, and that was the end of the game right there. That's just one of those plays. That's a 14-point turnaround there. You knew right there this game was over. You knew there was no way the Bills were coming back, that the Ravens were coming back after that. You just knew it. I think all of us knew there was no way. And then Lamar does get hurt, which really ended the game. And not even on a play that was Lamar's fault. It was the center had a bad snap, and Lamar just gets pummeled to the ground. And that was the end of Lamar there in this game. He goes out with concussion. The Ravens season ends in very sad fashion for them. I don't know how we view this Baltimore Ravens season, because it was a success in terms of that. It was a success in terms of the fact of where they were at halfway point of the season. At the halfway point of the season, the Ravens' offense looked completely lost, and then they turned it around after Lamar got COVID. They turned it around, won a bunch of games, looked really hot, beat Tennessee. Lamar started to play well, and then they come into this game and they just lay an egg. So I mean, they'll be the critics of Lamar here for this game that want to jump all over him for this game. I mean, he wasn't good, but I can't sit there after last week where he played really well and say, "Oh, Lamar can't win the big game." Because Lamar did win a big game last week. He just didn't win a big game this week. And he did play bad in it. Again, 14 for 24, 162 yards, 1 interception. Ran for 34 yards. It was again, and of course had the play that ended the Ravens season there, the pick 6. So yeah, if you want to sit there and destroy Lamar fine, whatever, do as you please. But I'm not really going to do that. He at least won them the last week, and Lamar is one of the biggest reasons why this team was in the spot that they were because of how well he played down the stretch. But yeah, if you're a Ravens fan, or if you want to dump on Lamar, fine, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm mainly going to talk about how great Buffalo was in this game. Again, being able to shut down Baltimore on offense and making the big plays when they had to. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. This combination is electrifying right now. I'm trying to think, is there a better combination? Yeah, Patrick Mahomes and anybody right now, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, but right up there is Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Allen was already getting better, and Stephon Diggs just inserted Allen with so much life. He's been such a great addition for this team, and he helped make that big catch there at the end of the game to win it. So that was big. And then, in terms of is nobody here? Oh gosh, there's like 2 people watching right now. All right, fine. I'm trying to figure out why nobody is watching the thing right now. I was wondering, did I not send that out or did something? But yeah, the game really. Hold on, let me try this. Okay, fine. I don't think there's a problem with the streaming thing or whatever. But whatever. The bottom line in this game is you just look at it. I'm so happy for Buffalo after 25 years of doing nothing. After 25 years of being one of the jokes in the league, for them to come out to win this game, to be as good as they've been all year, the slow climb for them, and now to get in there. Hey, Frankie, man, Ravens looked awful. They did. Hey, Mr. Voice, good to see you. I picked the Bills. I'm right because I want to see the Bills head to the AFC Championship. My NFL playoff record 7-1. That's nice. I actually did well. I've gotten both games right this week because some people didn't get the notification. I'm guessing, but YouTube sends out the notification. Whatever. YouTube's dumb with their thing. Go Bills, go! Yep, go Bills, go, Mr. Voice. Congratulations. And congratulations to all Bills fans here. I'm sure this will be a big celebration for Bills Mafia. I'm sure they're going to be jumping into tables any minute now, if it already hasn't happened. The slow improvement of this team to where they are now over the last couple of years. Drafting Josh Allen, a huge risk, and slowly but surely it has worked out for the Bills here. And again, now they're in the AFC Championship game. And look, right now, I'm still thinking Kansas. I still think Kansas City is going to win the game. I said before the game that a big determination of whether or not Buffalo was going to win, in my opinion, beat Kansas City, was how they played today against Baltimore. And they didn't. They had a fine game, but it was not like the electrifying Bills offense that we've seen as of late. So, yeah, right now, if I'm going to guess, I'd still pick the Chiefs to win the AFC Championship game, even though right now, Buffalo has the 3rd best odds to win it all. It's Kansas City 2-1, Green Bay 2.5 to 1, and then the Bills are 3.5 to 1. So people starting to buy the Bills here, and man, I wish I could have. I wish I could have gotten. I got the notification now. Okay, fine, but I wish I could have put some money on the Bills because this is looking like a solid pick here. My daughter said she'll jump through the table regardless if the Bills make it to the Super Bowl. I hope your daughter, I hope it's a soft table. Congratulations to the Bills and all Bills fans. Yeah, good for them. We make fun of the Bills all the time, but you know what? Now they have a team that they can support it. Frankie, Lamar Jackson sucks. I'm sure people are going to go after that. Look, he played great last week. All right, today was not good, and that interception was bad. And again, just an unfortunate end for the Ravens season that they couldn't even have their top quarterback out there. But in fairness, that Lamar injury I don't think mattered. I think whether or not he was hurt, whether he was hurt or not, the Ravens weren't going to win that game. I think that was just inevitable. Yeah, Lamar throwing that pick. The Ravens need Sam Darnold. No. The Ravens don't. Lamar's better than Sam Darnold. I think I can fairly say that. Lamar is better than Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's not. I want to believe in Sam Darnold, but I still haven't seen enough from him. But yeah, Lamar throwing that pick just killed them there. And that was such a fan. It reminded me so much. It's obvious to compare it, but James Harrison's pick 6 in the Super Bowl. It was such a game-changing moment. And again, it was a 14-point swing. That could have been a tie game for Baltimore, and instead it was a 2-possession game for Buffalo. It was so important for me. I've never ever make fun of the Bills at all my entire life. I'm sure some have, just because of they were the joke of the league, the 4 straight Super Bowl losses. Why can't Lamar score more than 3 points against Buffalo's defense? Because he had a bad game. Sometimes quarterbacks have bad games. He played great last week against Tennessee. He had played great up this entire second half of the year. But this last game, he did not play well. I'm not going to defend him there. Josh Allen played fine too. He really, again, it was those 2 drives in the third quarter. It was the Bills touchdown, and then it was the Ravens pick 6. Those were the 2 drives of this game that really mattered. Everything else after that was just again, 4 missed field goals, not a lot of offense there. But however you get your points, you get them. So But man, I'm just the Jets have scored more than 2 points in Buffalo's defense. I'm not confident about that. I'm not confident about that. Wait. So yeah, again, just watching the highlights here. So yeah, this is the final game for NBC on the year. What a moment! What a moment for Buffalo. And I'm just so happy for my friends up there at Orchard Park. Again, they've been waiting a long time. Oh, I gotta text my friend Noah, lifelong friend Noah. Gotta give him a shout out here. His team has done it, and it's not like this was a shocker. Like I think we expected the Bills to win this game, but it was still good to see them get that win there. It's still nice to see them pull that off there late. And again, they played well throughout the game. Both defenses played really, really well. The offense didn't know what to do there, and again, they did what they needed to do in this game. And again, that pick six really just put the stamp of approval on this game. One of the biggest defensive plays we've seen in a long time. And so yeah, NBC now done for their, what is this, their 14th year? This was the 15th year of NBC football. Sorry, I'm just watching the highlight here. Alright. What's your picks for tomorrow? Hold on. Alright, let me just change the channel here. Hold on, let me change the channel here. Hold on. Oh, gosh. Alright. Oh, come on. Okay, great. So my picks for tomorrow. I took Kansas City. I took Cleveland to cover the spread, but I think Kansas City wins the game. And I took New Orleans to beat Tampa Bay. I took New Orleans to win that game over the Buccaneers. I think they're still a little bit better. Both Steelers and Ravens should have never made the playoffs, but they did. They did. The Steelers earned it because of all the wins they had, and the Ravens earned it. But yeah, the Steelers had been free falling for a while now, and Baltimore had been, Baltimore did win against Tennessee, so I'll give them that. But since then, it's just not enough. It was not enough here in this game to keep them alive. But oh man, Chris Collinsworth is still a garbage announcer 14 years later. Yeah, I won't disagree with that. I mean, I don't love him. I don't hate him, but like, yeah, he's not Tony Romo. Tony Romo right now is the best color commentator working in the NFL. And we got a lot of good ones, but he's the best. And yeah, he just works well for that. But yeah, Chiefs and Saints, why not? But two favorites have won here. The Bills did cover the spread. The spread was like 2.5 or something like that, and the Bills covered that easily after the pick six. After the pick six, we're like, okay, yeah, this game is over. And so now Buffalo, can they beat Kansas City? Can they? I mean, we're assuming they're going to play out Kansas City. Cleveland could win this game. I think the Bills could beat Cleveland. I think the Bills would definitely beat Cleveland. I don't know if they beat Kansas City. I think Kansas City's still a bit better than Buffalo here. And if I wanted to really believe in Buffalo here, if they wanted the biggest odds makers to make Buffalo the favorite, they had to have won this game in a blowout, and they didn't do that. They had a fine offensive game, but not great. It was nothing spectacular, and so I think that might cause a little bit of a if we get the line on on tomorrow, Buffalo's probably going to be the underdog by a nice little margin there. So. We'll see. Yeah, Buffalo. I mean, think about this. Baltimore had 100 more yards than Buffalo did. Baltimore had 120 more yards than Buffalo, and they won the game. And Baltimore had the ball for 10 minutes longer. Well, also, that pick six. I don't know if that counts for anything in terms of total yards. Maybe it does. But yeah, that pick six changed the whole complexity of this game. And yeah, the first time the Bills have made it to the AFC Championship game since 1993. And wasn't that? And the funny thing, if you guys go back, the 1994 AFC Championship game that the Bills played in, that was the final Buffalo Bills AFC Championship game. Their opponent was the Kansas City Chiefs, and the postgame interviewer for NBC, as Richard Deitch points out, the postgame interviewer for NBC was O.J. Simpson. So there we go. Crazy world. The Ravens should go after Carson Wentz. No, Lamar still. Lamar was the MVP last year, man. I think the Lamar hatred's got to settle down here. Lamar was great last year. He just was not great today. He was great last year, and he was great in the final half of the season. He was just not great today. He was great last week, not good this week. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just have games where you just don't show up. And again, I'm not going to sit here and do the whole Lamar can't win a big game, because we saw Lamar win a big game last week. So the whole Lamar can't win a big game thing is garbage. But yeah. There was a better team. They ran into a better team here in Buffalo, and a home field advantage. Breeze is going to get some of the undeniable go quarterback, possibly. I mean, if they beat New Orleans, I don't know if they're going to beat New Orleans though, but we'll see. But Now time for AFC Divisional Playoff game ball. Allen, Diggs, Johnson, Justin Tucker, Marcus Harris after a penalty flag. I agree with all those picks there. And how about the crowd in Buffalo? Like, man, it was 7,000 people there, and it felt like 70,000. It was so loud in there on those missed kicks. I mean, causing the Ravens to use timeouts and penalty flags. Chill with the caps, please. Honestly, it's getting annoying. That's just this thing. But yeah, just how loud and raucous they were. What a fan base. And again, this is a fan base that has just been dying. Thank you, Governor Cuomo, for allowing some fans in Buffalo here. I mean, and that's the last home game for the Bills, we assume. If the Browns, if the Chiefs win, then that's it. They're going to have to go to Kansas City. If the Browns win, then they'll have one more home game. But that's probably it for home games for Buffalo this year. So thank God we got at least 2 Buffalo home games in which there were fans there. And even though there weren't a lot of them, they were there, and they were loud, and they made that pick six even more memorable than it already was. And just good for the Bills, man. I feel good for the Bills. I feel good for that entire franchise and that organization. And a good performance here from them. So I should point out, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below for more content just like this every single week, as we talk about everything going on in the world of sports. And we'll be back tomorrow breaking down the 2 other games that happen tomorrow. We'll be there breaking down those. Do want to see what the reaction is right now on social media, because yeah, obviously it's going to be the Bills. I mean, I'm not going to blame Tyler Huntley, even though Tyler Huntley had a wide open pass there, had a wide open play. I mean, Hollywood Brown was wide open, and Tyler Huntley overthrew him by like 10 yards. So, look, I'm not gonna criticize him for that, but you know, it was just unfortunate. We should have seen, and yeah, the 2 Justin Tucker misses were bad, but they wouldn't have made a difference in this game. I mean, the game was 17-3; it would have been 17-9. So you know, the Bills probably still would have won that game. You know, judging by that record there, but. It is wild to think about here. It is a wild thing to think about here. How close Baltimore was. Just a play or 2 there. That pick doesn't land in Jackson's arms. Talking about a whole different story here, but it happened. And you know, now the Ravens are gonna have to deal with this for the rest of the offseason. Again, if you're the Ravens, it's a good season if you're looking at like mid-season expectations. It's a bad season if you're looking at it preseason. I had the Ravens winning the Super Bowl. I thought the Ravens were gonna win the Super Bowl this year, and I was wrong on that. But I think I also had the Saints, so I'm actually doing pretty well with that. But you know, a disappointment there if you're thinking about preseason expectations, where everybody thought you were going to take the next step, and it took you half the season to take that next step. So there's got to be some disappointment here for every Bills fan, for every Ravens fan, because you started off so poorly, then you got real hot at the end, and then it comes crashing down here. But again, you ran into a better team, so can't get too angry at that. You ran into a much better team than you, so. Just got to deal with that, move on. But, man, for now, for Buffalo fans, it's got to be such a joy. And, yeah, we'll see are they going to take on Kansas City again? Are they going to take on Kansas City just like they did 25 years ago? Are we going to see that? We'll see tomorrow. I'm expecting Kansas City to pull this off. I don't trust Cleveland. I think Cleveland will keep it close, but I don't think that they're going to be able to go over the top of Kansas City. I feel like we've not seen the best of Kansas City this year, and I think we will. Lamar Jackson got hurt, concussion. I prayed for him. Unfortunately, now he's all right. Yeah, you know, thankfully Lamar looks like he's going to be all right. Just a rough concussion there. I thought he was going to run back out on the field just like he did earlier this year against the Browns, but that didn't happen. He stayed in the locker room. But again, I don't think it would have mattered. I think the Ravens were just so out of it at that point, and they were already doing nothing on offense anyway. I don't think it would have mattered. The Ravens were done as soon as that pick six. That deflated them. They were not able to do anything else after that, and that's what killed them. So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and just, you know, say, could have been so much, you know, if this had happened, like, if Lamar hadn't gotten hurt, I think the Ravens were going to, the Ravens lost that game when that pick six happened. So, that'll happen sometimes. Well, that one play will change everything. I'm looking for the stats here for these two teams. Again, Lamar, 162 yards, one interception. Josh Allen, 206 yards and 1 touchdown. Again, nobody did anything on rushing. The only receiver with 100 yards was Stephon Diggs. Again, who's been a remarkable addition for the for Buffalo. And yeah, those are the key players here. The Allen-Diggs combination might lead Buffalo to their first Super Bowl ever. It would be a great story. I mean, if we're thinking about best stories left, I mean, outside of the Browns is probably a better story than the Bills, but they're both really good stories. Because Kansas City, a good story, repeat, but I don't know if it's like a great. Actually, the Saints may be the best one right now in terms of best stories because it's Drew Brees winning one more Super Bowl before he rides off into the sunset. It's Tampa. It would be a nice story seeing Brady win another one, but I don't know how many people would love that. Also, I don't know because Drew Brees is kind of controversial too. With some of his political views. I don't care about that, but it's like some people might not like that about him, but I think it's a cool story. Tyler Huntley played pretty well for having to step into a huge playoff game. He played well enough, but yeah, I mean, he wasn't Taylor Hinkie or whatever his name was last week. He wasn't that. Huntley played fine, but yeah, it was not. That's what I expected from him. I didn't expect greatness from Huntley, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes your starting quarterback gets hurt, and you end up with the backup. I'm disappointed at the Ravens. Tucker's overrated. He missed his first 2 field goals. Mark Harrison, come on, what was he thinking? Yeah, that wasn't ideal. But yeah, Tucker's a great kicker. But yeah, today was rough. Today was not his finest hour. Again, they wouldn't have won anyway, but that was not a good moment there. And then yeah, Malik Harrison. I actually can't blame him for that because he ran into the kicker, but at the same time, that was probably it. There was no other way the Ravens, I think, were going to win that game. Your only hope was to try to block that kick. He didn't do it. He came close, but he was not able to do it. A little late, but thank God for Taron Johnson. Rob, congratulations, my man. You've been here for a while. We've made fun of you for Josh Allen and all that, or I don't know if maybe every once in a while, but man, good for you, man. The Bills have done it. The Bills are going to the AFC Championship game. Good for you, man. Good for your team. And Taron Johnson, the play of his life. The play of his life. The biggest play the Bills have had in 25 years. Again, not since 94 or 95. Has there been a bigger Buffalo Bills play than that? I'm trying to think of anything. No. Maybe there was a Ryan Fitzpatrick touchdown in 2011 that was kind of big. But no, nothing like that pick six that sealed the game for Buffalo. But yeah, good for you, man. And good for all Bills fans. They deserve it. It's been a while. So we're going to keep going here. I don't know for how much longer we're going to keep going for this. We might wrap things up in 10 minutes. It depends on how much you guys want to talk. But yeah, because of the wind, that was all in the wind. Yeah, the wind was not great in this game. It was a little bit windy there in Buffalo. But still, yeah, the 2 misses right off the crossbar. Or no, not off the crossbar, right off the upright. It was weird. It's not something we see. It's not something we see from him. But today it happened. And it was just one of the many reasons why Baltimore was just never able to get into that groove they needed to win this game. I mean, Buffalo wasn't in that groove either. Nobody was really in that groove. Again, it came down to those 2 drives. Those 2 drives in the third quarter. Where the Diggs had the touchdown and then the pick six. That was really all that mattered in this game. Everything else after that was filler. It was 15 minutes of interesting stuff and 45 minutes of filler. That's what this game came down to. Man. So... yeah, trying to think if there's anything. Trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, and again, the win probability. What was the win probability before? It was 67, 68% before the pick six, and by the end of the pick six, it was 96. No, it was 98. So, yeah, that was it. That was it. Actually, no, was it 95, 90? Oh gosh, I don't know. No, but whatever. The win. It was a huge change. Allen and Diggs post-game interview was wholesome. Yeah, that was cool to see. They obviously love each other like brothers. It's a cool thing to see there. They're both really connected. Love watching both of those guys play. It's a cool thing. Bills are in the AFC Championship game for the first time since '93. Hats off to you and your team. Yeah, hats off to the Bills there. We haven't seen Niso. Talk about his Rams yet. Hopefully we see him tomorrow. But yeah, for Bills fans here, again, it had been a struggle. It had been a struggle with the end of Jim Kelly and. I'm trying to go through Bills quarterbacks. I'm trying to remember here. I mean, I remember Fitzpatrick. I remember E.J. Manuel. I remember Tyrod Taylor. I'm trying to go through Bills quarterbacks since Kelly left in '96. After that, it was Todd Collins. It was Doug Flutie. It was Rob Johnson. It was Alex Van Belt. And then Drew Bledsoe. And then J.P. Losman. Oh gosh, I feel like I remembered that. Kelly Holcomb as well was in there. Trent Edwards. I remember Trent Edwards. Oh. And then Ryan Fitzpatrick for 4 years. And then it was E.J. Manuel for a year. And then it went to Kyle Orton. Then it went to Tyrod Taylor. And then finally here in 2018, Josh Allen. Nathan Peterman was never a starter. He was a backup. He was never the main guy that year. But yeah, Josh Allen came in 2018. It was a controversial pick. I remember he got drafted 7th. But the Bills loved him. And they've turned him into a superstar. Peterman. Yeah, no, I remember Peterman. Peter meme. Thanks. Mark Ingram will definitely be onto a new team next year, especially with him being a healthy scratch tonight. Yeah, he'll move on. We'll see where he goes from there. But, man, I just wish the Jets could have the same amount of success that the Bills did. We were waiting for who was going to be, once the Patriots stepped down, who was going to be that new team in the AFC East, and it's the Bills. It's the Bills, and maybe in a year or two, the Dolphins, if they get to some weapons. But for now, the Jets are nowhere near anywhere. Even though I like Salah, and we will cover that press conference. We will cover the Salah press conference next week. It's still just not. I expect more from. I'm not expecting. There's more I expect from the Jets. Oh, man. There's a lot more to expect from the Jets. So, do we got anything else here, guys? Maybe we have 5 more minutes here. Again, we got about 10 people watching here in the chat. Trying to think if there's anything else to break down and talk about. We covered the main things. We covered the main things in this game. Covered the Bills. Covered the pick six. Pick six right away. I was just like, wow, is he gonna take this all the way? And he took it all the way. Lamar tried to catch him, a couple blocks, but that again, that's gonna be like one of those plays we see for years from now, like just those like great playoff moments. Lamar, Ravens are out. Yeah, and now we're down to 6. 2 teams have made it to the AFC Championship. 2 teams have made it to the Conference Championships. 4 teams are still left in the divisional round. Final 6, and we'll separate to 4 tomorrow. And we'll cover both of those games here. We'll break both of those down. A weird game. I don't know if I call this a boring game, but it was a weird game. Again, for 2 quarters, I was so confused. I was like, where was the offense? Like Bob Dole, where's the outrage? Where is the offense? I was sitting going, where is the offensive firepower that we've been seeing for both of these teams? And we didn't. We saw nothing. Nada. Squat. For 2 quarters. And then in the 3rd quarter, everything changed. At least a little bit. In the 3rd quarter, we saw some slight change. We saw some slight improvement from Buffalo. I saw Luke Warren for 2.5. Oh, yeah, me too. 2.5 quarters. It was just like, all right. But then Allen got the touchdown to Diggs. And yeah, the pick 6. What a huge moment that was on a great drive, on what had been a great drive for the Ravens up until that point, killing so much clock. Imagine Browns-Bills Super Bowl. That wouldn't happen because it would be an AFC Championship game. But imagine a Browns-Bills AFC Championship game. Wouldn't that be a rematch or something? The Browns and Bills played each other in an AFC Championship game. I remember this. I don't remember what year it was, but there was a Browns-Bills AFC Championship game. It was 90. Oh gosh, it was 90. It was 1990. Browns and Bills play each other in the AFC Championship game. Oh, no, that wasn't. That was the divisional round. I swear that could have happened. That was one of the 4 years. Hold on. Let me check this. No. Okay, that was the Broncos. Okay, no. They played Raiders. Yeah, so. Okay, fine. I got the Bills confused with the Broncos. Well, the Bills played the Bengals and the Broncos in the AFC Championship games. Yeah, they never won it, so. Never played the Browns. So this would be different. Bills-Browns AFC Championship game. They did play each other in the divisional round. My old high school won a 4-state football title, and the Bills won. Man, this was a great night. Oh, congratulations to your high school, man. Congrats to your high school, and congrats to the Bills. Congrats to your daughter on that. And hopefully your Panthers turn it around here soon. But man, just good night for those Bills fans there. Otto Graham, best Browns quarterback ever. I don't disagree. I mean, who else is in the conversation there? I mean, it wouldn't be Baker. I don't think he's. Otto Graham was on another level there, but I don't think it wouldn't be Baker. It wouldn't be Bernie Kosar. It wouldn't be It wouldn't be any of the other Browns quarterbacks. Johnny Manziel, Derek Anderson. Just Tim Couch. It wouldn't be any of the other just waste there in Cleveland. So yeah, probably by default. Otto Graham, the best Browns quarterback ever. And yeah, we'll see how it all plays out tomorrow. And see if the Browns can continue the fairy tale season. I don't think they will. I think they'll run into Kansas City here. But I think the Browns are going to get off to a hot start. But I think Kansas City comes back late. So we got anything else, guys? Do we have anything else? If not, we'll get things going here in just a couple minutes. But again, a slow game for 2.5 quarters. Nothing really coming out. Both teams just look lost in terms of the defense has really stepped up. And it was just not what we expected from what these two teams have been doing for the most part of the season, or at least the second half. And then again in the 3rd quarter, the Bills go down. get the touchdown, and then the Ravens, after such a great drive, come up short and throw the pick six. Sad Cowboys fan. Nah, I get you, man. Two of those Ravens didn't have the game balls. Yeah, Taylor. Harrison, I can't make. They were down 2 touchdowns. I'm not going to really kill Harrison for that. Tucker, I mean, you can blame him for that too, but like those, I don't think those field goals would have meant anything. Kansas City 26-23. Yeah, that's about right. I think they covered. I think Cleveland covered the spread, but I think Kansas City gets the win. I'm good. Oh man, all right. I know you good. I know you feeling good, man. But yeah, sad Cowboys fan. No, yeah, for Cowboys fans right now, it's just like, gosh, again. You're watching the Bills have their moment. You're watching the Browns have their moment, maybe. You know. There are a couple of good stories here. There are a couple good stories that we've got lined up here for the NFL coming up. To see whoever wins the Super Bowl. We got a couple good, exciting stories. A couple underdogs here, so something to like about that. Do we have anything else, guys? Do you want me to talk about One Division some more? It's like, I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, One Division was good. I got that. But you just look at it here. And sad ending for the Ravens, but a great finish this season for the Bills. And man, it's just heartbreaking. So yeah, I want to see what's trending. Yeah, again, Lamar, Josh Allen, Diggs, Huntley, Justin Tucker. People want to criticize Greg Ronan, I guess, for some of the play calling. It's just awful for Lamar that was it. That he had the concussion, and yeah, 58 seconds left in the third quarter. The Ravens were on the Buffalo 9-yard line with a chance to tie the game. Then Lamar threw a pick six, and then a bad snap leads to a concussion, and he's ruled out for the night. That's how it all just spiraled out of control. When Stephon Diggs was traded to the Bills, the number one question was how he would gel with Josh Allen. And when Matt LaFleur was hired by the Packers, the number one question was how would he gel with Aaron Rodgers, and for both it worked. Also, Josh Harbaugh apparently told Sean McDermott, go win the whole thing. The Browns are the last AFC North team standing. Man. Oh. With 58 seconds left, yeah. Buffalo is just going nuts. Buffalo in the first offense, 10 passing attempts, no rushing attempts. But it worked. Do you think that was Dez's last game? Possibility there. Waiting on the Panthers to get back to the Super Bowl. Sad years. Actually, the first Super Bowl the Panthers ever made it, the first one, yeah, when they lost to the Patriots. I actually had that on VHS tape. I lost it years ago, but like I had that Super Bowl on VHS tape, and I watched it over and over as a kid. I love that Super Bowl. That was also the Super Bowl of the wardrobe malfunction, and I don't even remember that. I watched that on the VHS tape, never saw it. So the Cowboys are playing again, so wait a minute, they're already out of the playoff contention. So yeah, was that Dez's last game? I mean, it was a long fight for him to get back. So I mean, if that's it, it's been a good career, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll want to go for one more. I'm not even sure I saw him in this game. I mean, Dez was barely used. I don't even think Dez was used in this game. So I give Dez credit for fighting back, trying to get back into the game. But yeah, this might be the end for him. Don't have any idea. I've not heard any reports, but yeah, this might be it for him. And if it is, solid career, and it'll be sad to see him go. Sad to see those guys that you grew up watching football with, and they all leave there. But you know, it happens to all of them. Yeah, eventually they all get old. ESPN's not even covering the game right now. ESPN's gonna be on SportsCenter here in just a minute because they got Gonzaga and St. Mary on it. Oh, Gonzaga's winning that game, no surprise. We will be covering March Madness, by the way. When March Madness happens in 2 months, we will be covering that. And I'm assuming March Madness is going to happen because I'm going to flip if it doesn't happen. But we will be covering March Madness. We'll be covering, the Super Bowl. We got a lot of things right now that we're going to be covering. So keep an eye out for all of it here on the channel. Man. Goodness. This was... So, 2 nice games here to start off. Well, the first game... I mean, we didn't have a nep and tuck. We had 2 weird games, 2 odd games. Well, the first game was actually quite normal. It was fine. Second game was weird. I'm hoping we get a great game tomorrow. I mean, we got a couple good games last week. I'm hoping for a couple great games tomorrow. I'm hoping for a couple classics. But that might not happen, You just gotta hope and pray at that point. Again, WandaVision is still weird, but it's very good. I downloaded Disney this past Thursday. Oh, you only downloaded it now? Oh, man. You're missing out on The Mandalorian, man. High School Musical, the musical, the series. You're missing out on a bunch of stuff. High School Musical, the musical of the series, is my guilty pleasure because High School Musical is just my guilty pleasure in general. So I enjoyed the spoiler for WandaVision. I enjoyed the commercials; those were fun. And yeah, the whole aesthetic. There's still things I don't understand, but yeah, I haven't read the comics, so I mean I know things about Marvel, but like I haven't read any of the comics, so I'm just like at the end of Avengers, I was sitting there going, "Who's that guy? Like who's the purple guy?" Like there's so many times I'm watching like Marvel, like who's that guy again? Like that guy in the credits? No. That's what makes it fun though. for a novice like me who has just no idea of anything. Can't wait for another episode. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm guessing. All right, I won't get into spoilers here, but whatever. So, all right, about 5 more minutes here, maybe 4 or 5 more minutes. If we don't have a lot of people here in the chat, unfortunately, then we'll wrap things up here in just a minute. But good quality win here for Buffalo, and doing just enough of what they need to do here to get the win. Doing just enough on offense. Which was barely enough, but it was fine. What? I downloaded it before it happened. I downloaded before it happens? What do you mean? I in terms of downloading, like I was wondering, like only now you downloaded Disney Plus. Like Disney Plus has been out for a year now, over a year, and I thought maybe you would have downloaded. Like we downloaded it the second it came out. But I was wondering, like, I thought maybe you would have wanted to see The Mandalorian or something like that, or any of the other big shows that Disney Plus has. But I mean, I get why you wanted to download it from the WandaVision. I just thought that there would have been some other shows on here that you would have wanted to keep an eye on. I mean, Mandalorian is a huge deal, and and even if you don't like any of the shows, the library they have is great. We're not sponsored by Disney Plus, by the way. I'm just saying honestly what I feel. If Disney Plus wants to sponsor us, please go. But it's just solid. But and then what else we have? I mean, Netflix is pretty good. Netflix has got a good library, too. So I think we're going to wrap things up here. Again, if nobody else has comments, then we'll just finish this up here. So, again, tomorrow we get Chiefs-Browns. I'm expecting Kansas City to win that game, but I think Cleveland will keep it close. Oh, I downloaded it before WandaVision release. No. Okay, no. I knew that. I was just wondering, like you didn't want to download it the year before? I was just curious. I understood why you wanted to download it before WandaVision. I thought you would have wanted to download it, like, maybe a year earlier. Because we already had it, so we could just plug it in and just watch it. We didn't have to download it. But, and I expect Kansas City to win this game. I expect Cleveland to cover. And then for Tampa Bay, New Orleans, I expect an interesting game here. I don't know. I expect Tampa Bay will be better. Brady will be better than Breeze, but I think New Orleans will outplay Tampa, if that's a weird... I don't expect a great game from Breeze. I really don't know if Breeze has it in him anymore. But if Breeze can give me 400 yards tomorrow, I will love it. But I don't expect that right now. And that's how the weekend's going to end. Hopefully, again, we get some 2 fantastic finishes tomorrow and great games. We've gotten some solid games, but nothing great. But hopefully, we will get something great here. And I mean, congrats to Green Bay earlier on the win, which was so big for them. But for Buffalo, man, happy for all y'all fans out down there in Orchard Park. 25 years of frustration, and now you are 2 games away from ending all the drought, ending the wide right, ending all that garbage, and finally winning a Super Bowl. And even if you don't win it this year, you have a team built for the future. But again, take advantage of the opportunity now because you don't know when you'll be back. Like Buffalo, we don't know if Buffalo. I mean, we thought Atlanta would be back. They never got back. St. Louis or LA, and they missed the Super Bowl last year. San Francisco missed the Super Bowl this past year. So always take advantage of the opportunity when you get there. But I do expect the Buffalo, I feel like, has a team in place that they can get back. But you never know. Cam Newton never got back. Russell Wilson, after losing the Super Bowl, never got back. Trying to think. Aaron Rodgers never got back. I mean, even though he won. Drew Brees never got back, even though he won. So, Larry Fitzgerald never got back. So many great players that never got back. Take advantage of the opportunity while you're here. But today they got the win. All right. Are we done here? If nobody else is going to comment, then I think we'll be done. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below for more content just like this every single week. I'll be back tomorrow breaking down both the Chiefs-Browns game and the Packers, the Saints-Buccaneers game. I'll talk to you guys after those games. Congratulations again to Buffalo, heading to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 1994. And I think it's going to be a long, long time. But Buffalo did it. They did it. And thanks to the Jackson pick six, was it Jackson pick six? Now tomorrow's game is a conflict issue in my picks. Oh, why is that? Hold on, wait. Yeah. Taron Johnson. Yeah, the Johnson picks X off Jackson. Why is it a conflict issue, Browns Chiefs? We'll keep it going here for just a minute or two because I want to see what Grim says, and then after that we'll probably wrap things up. We'll probably say goodbye. But who's the new guy on ESPN? I don't know if I've seen him. But yeah, tell me why it's it. Why it's a conflict issue? Because yeah, Browns Chiefs. I really don't have two fine teams. No conflict issue there. Roger Goodell was in attendance for the Bills game. Okay, cool, dude. Whatever. Nobody cares. Just go home. Nobody cares about Goodell. Nobody cares about him at all. Shut up. Unless they got to him early in the game. They had the socks on him. They got to him. All right, Phoenix. All right. So yeah, we'll again. Grim, you got anything here, Aaron? Because if not, we'll wrap things up. People are leaving the chat, so I have to wrap things up here soon. Everybody's leaving. Nobody cares about what I say anymore. So we'll just wrap things up. Unless you say something here. But yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have the Chiefs-Browns reaction, and we will have the Saints-Buccaneers reaction. We'll react to both of those games there. We might do a highlight video or something. Monday will be the AFC Championship game. Monday will be the championship game predictions. We'll also have the don't know what else. Maybe we'll do some NBA stuff in the next couple of days. Talk about the Nets. Anything, because a lot of stuff going on here with basketball right now, and with James Harden going to the Nets, a lot of things that we're working on now. All right, so yeah, if Grim won't answer, then I guess we'll just wrap things up. See you guys tomorrow. There's two teams are really good, but the Browns I feel like they're the underdog. Okay, fine. Yeah, the Browns are the underdog, but I think they're 10-point underdogs. Kansas City's the better team, but I do expect it to be a close game there. But I expect Kansas City to win, but I think Cleveland will keep it close. So that's it for now, guys. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below. I will see you guys tomorrow around 4 o'clock for the reaction of Browns Chiefs. Thank you guys for watching. Congrats to Buffalo. Congrats to the Bills. Congrats to my friend Noah. Congrats to Rob. Congrats to all you Bills fans. The Bills are heading to the AFC Championship game for the first time since '94. See you guys.